They say Shedeur Sanders has been set up to fail, and he's in trouble in Cleveland. RG3 has went out there and layered it based on what the roster quarterback room looks like, and they're like, dog, you a fifth rounder on this team with this many quarterbacks? DPG, I see you over there scratching. Tell me your thoughts on that, and will Shedeur make this team?
Yeah, I'm glad you came to me first. I think for sure he's going to make this team just for all the publicity and everything. But Shedeur said in his own words, if you want somebody to turn around your franchise, I'm the guy.
Ooh, I remember
so
that.
now we about to sit back and see if you the guy. I love Deion and what he does as a father and as a kid and instilling all this confidence in him. And now I want to go see, because I want to see him succeed. I want to see him go out there and do his thing.
Rooting.
But you said it early. Now it's time to back your stuff up.
Yeah.
And they did put him a little bit behind with all these quarterbacks. You got another quarterback, that Dylan, that's drafted before you. He's going to get reps before you just off of that.
Facts.
So you're going to have to really come and show, because I don't care what you are or what they say. The early draft picks going to get reps until they start showing that they're worse than other guys at the beginning. Yeah. So Shedeur's going to have a way. He's going to get what the third usually get about what, two, 3 reps team period, right?
Well, is he the is
yeah,
he the
is
third?
he even on third? Yeah,
I think he's the fourth.
Yeah, exactly.
If you
so
like, you know that corny ass depth chart they had from day one, where I got recruited to go to a high school, and so I left Westchester to go to St. Monica. They recruited me. I'm going to St. Monica's for like $1, and I get there and I'm like third on the depth chart day one, and I was like, y'all recruit, but you know you can't out coach and you can't do nothing. Then the next day you don't even do nothing in practice. The next day you number 2. You're like, I ain't even do shit. And then the next day you number 1. You know what I mean? And like, so right now it's because Deshaun's out. It's Joe Flacco got to be 1 just out of respect. Seniority, you 40 years old. I can't do that. Then it got to be Kenny Pickett. Then it's Dylan Gabriel. Because in the same draft, we picked somebody 2 rounds higher. We paid him more money. Exactly. He's 4th on the depth chart. You don't get no reps in the 3 preseason games. 3. They don't even get 4 like us.
And you know one of the most important things that Shedeur's going to have to do is he's going to have to learn this playbook inside out. And it's going to be hard because he's not going to be getting as many reps to actually see it live and in action. But he's going to have to learn this playbook in and out being a quarterback, because that's the most important position. And when he gets in these preseason games, he's going to really have to show, just in case he does have to hit that the free agency thing at the end and get picked up by another team.
Yeah, the cut.
So he's going to have to be able to show. So he's going to have to really know that offense inside out. So it's going to be
You better call Jaden Daniels to get that damn headset. And all that,
it's going to be
that virtual reality.
I mean, it's going to be. He's climbing uphill.
Yeah, tough.
But all those cats ain't gonna be there though.
Boy, maybe Shedeur's
They're already
one
talking
there.
about Kenny Pickens not being there, and why wouldn't they? I mean, he's better. Joe Flacco showed who Joe Flacco is already. We know he's not serviceable long term, so you can scratch him off too. Kenny Pickens is not good. He's not a good quarterback.
He's a dog.
Dylan Gabriel probably is shaking in his boots.
I feel what you're saying. At the end of if they had to make cuts right now, they'll cut Kenny Pickett over Shedeur and Dylan. You're definitely
But they
right.
traded for Kenny this offseason. But they could trade him again, 5th rounder. They traded him for, so it's a 5th round matchup. But Dylan's a 3rd rounder and Joe Flacco's senior. How's it play?
So I hear RG3, but Shedeur has nothing to worry about. I actually think he's in the perfect situation, and here's why.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Marcellus Wiley. You know at Project Transition, we're all about being greater than your greatest excuse and helping people take control of their lives to make real change. And that's why I'm beyond excited to introduce our new partnership with Monitor Debt Resolution. We've teamed up to bring you an incredible debt solutions program designed to help tackle consumer debt head on. If you're struggling with over $10,000 in credit card debt, I want you to find peace in a solution. Monitor Debt Resolution is that solution. This team does one thing, and they do it well. They negotiate directly with your creditors to reduce what you owe, sometimes by thousands. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed by credit cards, medical bills, or loans, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Visit pt.monitordebt.com right now or call 866-204-0071. Let's explore this program to help you regain your peace of mind and get back on track. Together, we've got this. Let's transition your finances and your life for the better.
One thing we know about Shedeur, because he did this in Jackson State and he did it in Colorado, he's not afraid of the moment, and he performs under the lights.
Facts.
He's also a 5th round pick, so he has the lowest expectations. Now, if I'm Dylan Gabriel, who got drafted above him, we all know Shedeur is better than him. So y'all play. You know when you lose your spot as a quarterback when you don't perform, especially when the lights is on you. So if I'm Gabriel and I'm getting my reps and I'm not performing, I got to worry about the guy who's better than me.
Right.
The owner, what they say is the owner called down to the GM and told them, like, no, y'all have to draft him. So if I'm Shedeur.
And they moved up in the draft to get him.
Right.
Yep.
So
Yep.
if I'm Shedeur and I know I'm better than this guy and I'm the quarterbacks ahead of him, and we all know that the owner wanted him and he's better than us. And he's the most popular. He's going to be the fan favorite.
#1 jersey sold.
Yeah, he's going because I'm going to buy one. And I don't even buy football jerseys, but
Yeah.
I'm going to get his.
Yeah.
So I think he has everything working in his favor, and there's like no pressure on him.
Now we don't know. The
Great point.
The,
He ain't,
the
and he
GM
ain't got a
is-
Penn or Marcellus jersey, but he buying a Shedeur.
He ain't got nobody. He ain't got
You know what I'm
Deion
saying?
jersey. He ain't gonna get Shedeur's.
Yeah, he got
Like, what you
Shedeur.
doing? A
He
civil
ain't-
rights
he ain't
case?
I mean, Deion been out the league a long time.
What do you mean?
I had
That's
Deion
Sanders
sneakers
2?
though. I had
That's
the
Sanders
sneakers.
2-1?
I had the sneakers. I had the
Okay,
sneakers. I just didn't
okay.
have the jersey.
Oh, come on, man.
So I thought about someone when I was thinking about Shedeur Sanders. You guys remember a guy named Aaron Rodgers? You guys remember a guy named Aaron Rodgers? So there's some similarities.
Anybody heard
to
of Tom Brady?
He was expected to be the #1 pick also in that 2005
That's facts.
draft.
These-
And he slid all the way to what, 24, I think, 23 to 24?
Yeah, that
Not to
world.
the 5th
21.
round, though.
Not to
I
the
know
5th
what
round.
you're
Yeah,
But
fifth round
point
did
being,
well.
he slipped. He thought he was going to be #1. But that set him for success. Why? He had to play behind who? Brett Favre. For
Yep.
3 years.
Yep.
And what did he
ain't
do
got
during those 3 years? He didn't play. He wasn't a starter. He didn't play in any of the games. He had an incredible QB coach teach him the right way. So I think, what I'm trying to say is Shedeur hopefully is paired with a good QB coach in Cleveland. Shows him how to be coachable. It's not a confidence, it's the issue. I don't think there's anything wrong with being confident. You have to be confident to be a pro.
Yeah.
It's the arrogance, not confidence, it's arrogance. That narrative of, is he coachable or not? If you're not coachable, how can you be successful in a team-based, with playbooks where you got to learn a system? So my assumption is hopefully Cleveland has a right coach who can connect with him, figure out a way to find him as a person. What makes Shedeur tick? What's going to make him want to learn, be a part of the Cleveland philosophy, buy into the system?
But it seems like there's dual conversations. I love what you said, but then in that locker room, there was, let's say there was a quarterback coach. You the same guy that coached Deshaun Watson or Jameis Winston? Because Jameis Winston would get in the game and ball out, and Deshaun would go in the game and lose it for him. And it was like, Deshaun used to know how to play. Now we know he got all these distractions and issues, but it seems like there's two Cleveland ways. Like, if I'm Shedeur, the biggest issue is people think I'm arrogant. Let's just be real. People think he's arrogant, and people don't know if he's fully committed to the playbook or understanding of that same playbook, because that Brian Daboll story is out there. So, like, I could throw you an install, and then you can't break it back down. Like, I know one thing, and this is the thing that I respected about quarterbacks, because they get all the love and they get all the criticism. Let's be real. They got to know what everybody has to do on that field. Not just the offense, the defense in disguise, pre-snap. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, and this is just real. When I was a DN, we had to learn what we had to do, where the pressure was coming from, and what our D tackle next to us was doing. You good.
That was it.
You
That was
going
it.
to the Hall of Fame if you know that.
That was it.
That was it.
That was it. That's why
But-
we call y'all,
Yeah.
except for you. But that's why we call them.
Right. I'm glad he said that. No one chooses football. Football chooses you.
It's so crazy people still stuck in Pat Mahomes in the offense. I'm like, do you see these numbers? This is Marcellus Wiley on the rocks.